darlings. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're an MVP, you know yourself. Thank you so much for returning back to my channel. And if you're a new subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel so you don't miss all the nice content, and make sure to turn on the post notification. So I'm going to be starting off with moisturizer, and I'll just use the Mismetic Moisture Potion all over my face. I like to dot it in the four corners of my face and then just rub it in, and you can see how already moisturized my face looks like. I've seen a lot of people use the moisturizer as primer, and I think I've tried it before. It's something you can definitely consider doing as well. Now for primer, I'm going to be using the Rimmel London primer, Stay Matte primer, and for foundation, I'm going to be using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. Guys, if you watch all my recent videos, you know that I'm reaching out for this the most, and that's because it has such a nice true to color finish. It's really nice and it holds on very well. I wonder why I didn't start using it like when I started the Maybelline Super Stay. But yeah, I'm just using my damn Real Technique beauty blender to blend it on my skin. Now to contour, I'm going to be using this Juvia's Place stick foundation, and this shade is in the shade Tunisia, and I'm just going to use this to contour the halos of my cheeks, the sides of my nose, and I'm taking it all the way to the beginning of my brows. This just helps to give for a better nose contour. If you haven't seen my nose contour video, you should definitely check it out. It's going to be linked in the right hand corner of this video. Now I'm using this foundation buffing brush. This is my favorite foundation brush to blend out contour. As you can see, it's so seamless, so I'm just using this to blend out, and I'm going to use the side of the brush to blend out my nose contour. I usually use the side of the brush to blend because it's thicker and it blends better than using like a smaller brush. Now, because you guys already know that I love blushes, for blush I use the NYX Sweet Cheeks, and I just blended it out with the brush again. And for highlight, I just realized I haven't used my LA Girl concealer in a long while, so I reached out for it, and this shade is the shade Fawn. It's such a beautiful color for women of color. The only thing though is I just feel like it's not usually full coverage. Like you have to apply like twice before you get like that really nice full coverage. But anyways, this is what first application looks like. I did go in and apply my P. Louise eyeshadow base in the shade Rumor 03, and I just applied that very close to my tear dot, and just to brighten it out, as you would see. I also used my Too Faced Better Than Sex concealer in the shade Cookie, and just apply that underneath. So that's what was there before the P. Louise, and now I'm just going to blend it out, focusing majorly on that inner corners as opposed to the outer corners, and that will help give you like a really gradient highlight. Very beautiful highlight, by the way. So that's what I'm basically doing. I'm just reinforcing everything, making sure that it's nice by using that foundation brush to just blend out that harsh line. Now for setting my highlight, I'm going to be using my Sacha Buttercup. Again, this is the first time I'm reaching out for this powder in a long while. I've been loving the Airspun one. I'm sure if you've been seeing my makeup tutorials, you'd see that I've been using that. And of course, I'm using my Real Technique beauty blender. This Real Technique beauty blender, when I got it newly, I felt like I didn't really like it because it was super hard. So the thing with Real Technique is that you have to use it after a while. After a while, it softens and it becomes really good. So far I've been enjoying it, and I have 4 of this. I bought it when they were having like a deal, so you get 4 for a certain price, I think $12 or so. So that was a real good deal for me. Yeah, I'm also applying that setting powder on the bridge of my nose and also on my forehead, and I always apply it on my smile lines. I don't know if I showed you that in today's video, but that's what I always do. Now to set and bring everything together, my face powder is going to be this Flawless Ivy powder. I feel like I've been using this powder for the longest time, so I'm ready to change to another brand. So let me know what face powder you recommend, and I'll happily get it, because like once this one finishes, I think that's the only one I have, so I need a replacement ASAP. But I really like it. It just gives you like a really natural flush. There's nothing much to say about it. Now to my favorite contour powder, I'm going to be using the Edgar and Esther contour powder, and this powder is beautiful. I wish I got one in my shade, but yeah, the shade they sent to me was darker, so I've been using it to contour. And as you can see, it's just a beautiful contour, perfect combination of brown and warm. So it's beautiful, especially on women of color, very beautiful. So, and I still have a lot, so I won't be running out of it anytime soon. And one thing I really like about it is that you can use it on all shades of skin. I can use it on myself, I can use it on somebody lighter, I've even used it on somebody darker than I am, and it came out really good. So it's beautiful. Next, I'm using my face powder, and I'm just applying it all over my face to blend out the entire face. And for setting spray, girl Suzanne, thank you for hooking me up with this wonderful setting spray. This is the Morphe setting spray. I can tell you for a fact that this setting spray is the best that I have ever used, and I've used a lot. So save up and get it if you can. Now for lashes, I'm going to be using a 2-in-1 lash adhesive. This lash adhesive is the bomb. You see, I just drew my line and I pop on my lashes, and the lashes stays by force. Don't worry, you're not going to turn to Gorilla Girl. It's just a really nice liner, and it's very easy to remove too as well. So for highlight, I'm going to be using my Focal Low, and yeah, that's basically it. And my lashes, the lashes that I have on, this style is called Jolly. Jolly is my favorite style. So if you want to purchase any lashes from us and you don't know which one to purchase, you can purchase Jolly. And a lot of people, our bestseller is actually Bambi, but me, I really love Jolly. So after Bambi, the next bestseller is Jolly. So it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I like to use my finger to apply my highlight on my nose, just because, you know, my nose is big, so if I use brush, it's just going to highlight the nose bigger than it should. But this is just perfect, and I'm just blending it out well. I did go in and use like a face powder to blend everything out to make sure that everything is perfectly in place, you know. Yeah, take your time with blending this, so there's no harsh line, there's no division between your highlight and your contour. That's the most annoying thing. So whenever I finish, I like to apply just a little bit above my cheekbone and blend it downwards, as opposed to putting it directly on my what is it called, on my cheeks, because it's going to create that line. But yeah, that's basically it. I'm just applying my blush, and ooh, she's hot. Look at that face, hotty. Natural look, no hair, I'm still looking trigger. The lips I have on is Cookie Collection.
Hey yo, Dubs, turn me up in the headphones, cuz.
And this is the Valentine.
Yeah.
I hope you guys
To
thumbs up, subscribe.